Hey Girl Scouts, happy Friday. Miss Katie here coming to you from Lynchburg, Virginia with the Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline Council. Today we're doing Ambassador Outdoor Art Master and we're gonna make looms out of things that we find in nature. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, as always. So I'll go ahead and kind of go over all the steps for the badge. Step 1 is explore outdoor art. Step 2 is make something. Step 3 is find music in nature. Step 4 is be a nature photographer, and step 5 is design with nature. And like I said, we're doing step 1, 2, and 5. So we are exploring outdoor art, we are making something, and we are designing with nature. So what I did to prep for this is I went on a little hunt in my backyard and I grabbed some sticks. I grabbed 4, you can also use 3, it's totally up to you. And then I just collected some interesting things that I found in nature. So let me dump this out and show you what I got. So I got some dandelions, I've got an old magnolia leaf, and just different looking leaves and little things that I thought would look nice in our loom. And a loom is a device that, used to weave tapestry and fabric. And like I said, we're making one with sticks will be kind of the base of our loom, but everything's gonna be upcycled based on what we find in our backyard. So it's gonna be really neat. You need yarn and scissors, and super easy peasy. I got ants on my sticks. Okay, so like I said, you can use 3 sticks or 4, it's totally up to you, but what we're gonna do is we're going to bind our sticks together with our yarn. So if you wanna do 3, it would look like that. And then if you wanna do 4, so more of a triangle shape. And if you wanna do 4, it'll look like a square, like that. And just to be thorough, I'm gonna use 4, and I'll show you how you bind them together. So take your yarn, I would just get a long enough piece because you're going to want to wrap it around each corner so that they stick together. Oops, stuck to my stick. And I'm just going to do this one corner at a time. So the way that I'm going to do this, point you guys down, is I'm just going to hold it together. Get all the stuff out of the way. And then start wrapping. I think it's gonna be a little tricky. So get it to where one good part of it is binded. You can tie a knot if you'd like. I think I'm gonna do a knot. And then, to make sure it's really held in place, you're gonna wrap it around. I would wrap it in one direction and then kind of in the shape of an X, you're gonna start going the other way. So it's nice and tight, held into place. It's a little awkward, you gotta kind of fiddle with it. There we go. Kind of like that. Go back, other direction, again, just so it doesn't move. Okay, and then you can either tie a knot or just find a way to stuff your string into your wrapping, just like that, easy peasy. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing again. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's been kind of a crazy morning. Okay, so again, I'm just going to kind of hold a piece with my finger, set it down till I get it where I want it. Hold on, there we go. So based on the size sticks that you choose will determine how big or how small your loom is. Mine's gonna be pretty big. love these activities because, like I said, everything that we're using besides the yarn and the scissors is free to us. I just, you know, just go on a little hunt, see what's available. And it's just such a fun and simple little nature activity. And I know this is for my ambassador girls, so you guys can make this as complex as you'd like. You can also, you know, simplify it for the younger ones. So it's good stuff. Hi everybody, I got a lot of people on today. So if you're just hopping on, I am wrapping my sticks together, making an X shape with my yarn and pulling it very tightly so it doesn't move. This is going to bind my sticks in place. I tie these together. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Keep going. This will be my last one. My last stick. I need to tie it 2 more times. Good. Okay. Go this way so it's on the top. I think versus it works better to tie a little knot at first versus just trying to hold it with your finger. Okay. So pulling it through. Just looping it around. Hi Regina. Hi Troop 341. Thanks for joining. We're making looms today. One of my favorite activities. I was just talking about how much I loved it because almost everything we use here is free. You can find it in your backyard or at a nearby park. And you can really just kind of make this activity however you want it. Make it as complex or as simple. You can do this while you're camping. I mean, it's just such a fun little thing. And I am just binding my sticks by making an X shape. And I'm pulling it really tightly so they don't move. I'm just tying it up. Okey doke. Snip this piece because it's a little long. Okie doke. Last 11. is not going anywhere. Okay, awesome. So here is the base of my loom. Pretty big, pretty awesome. And I'll show you how to do the next part. So you're gonna take your string. I'm gonna unwind a pretty good sized piece, but I just hate using the whole thing when it's attached. So we'll just kind of see. It's better to have too much than not enough. And what we're gonna do is we're going to make the strum of our loom. So you're gonna take your string and you're going to, so this is gonna be the back, because this is where I've kind of tied all my little ends and things. And you're just gonna tie a little knot next to one of your corners. Little materials, and you're going to, try to hold it so you guys can see, pull it tightly over. And how you're gonna do this is you're gonna go over and under. I've gotta do some weaving because I got this big long string. And you wanna keep it tight the whole time. So the first one I went over. So I'm going over and then I'm pulling it in the opposite direction. Oops. Take forever, girly girls. Okay, so keep it tight. You can always move your string however close together you want it. I would say it's better to have it closely together because we're gonna insert items into our strings. Try it this way. So I'm just gonna continue this process until I've covered the entire part of the entire front facing part of my loom. It's kind of nice because you can move them as you need to. So don't get too stuck on how perfect your lines are. Make sure you pull it tight, but you can kind of move your strings as you go because they're going to shift. You want to pull it tight enough that you know your yarn is nice and tight, but you don't want to pull too tight because it's gonna move your sticks. So you gotta kind of find that perfect balance. I'm just gonna get my string on my board and then I'll perfect it when I'm done. So I'm just going over and under. It might be helpful if you guys had different colored string because once we're done going vertical, we're going to do a horizontal pattern. So that might be easier in your eyes to differentiate your strings because I could see that being tricky. Okay. So under and over. Little adjustments along the way. Nice and tight. Looking good. I'm starting to get a knot in my string now. That always happens. String under and over. over and under. Looking good. Okie doke. I think I'm gonna stop there. Now, when you're ready to stop weaving, make sure you have all of your strings right where you want them. So you're gonna pull it as tight as you can. And then I'm just gonna wrap it around one of my ends. Kind of a figure 8. So it doesn't go anywhere. And then tie a knot where you can. You can also just, instead of doing what I did with the figure 8, you can just tie a knot in the corner. But I had some leftover string, so I'm just gonna add it to my creation. Now, I've seen it in 2 different ways. I've seen looms where it's just the vertical pattern, and then I've also seen looms that go horizontal as well. So I'll show you guys how to do a crisscross loom in case you want to do that. Same process, just get enough string. Again, if you guys are interested in doing this route, I would recommend maybe a different color. I think it would be easier. But the same process, but you're just going to go in the opposite direction. So find a corner, tie a knot, okay, gather your string, and go the opposite direction. Now, I'm just going to go, before we were going over and under, this time I'm just going to go over, because the materials we put in our loom will kind of be weaved throughout the 2 layers of yarn. Just little adjustments as you go, but don't get too stuck, because like I said, you can alter it at the end. Oh shoot. I did the thing where I pulled my yarn. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So, I can get it over that hump. There we go. I didn't cut quite enough string, so I'm just gonna kind of shift my pattern this way so it looks more full. You can always add more. Pretty cool because there's this kind of whole underlayer where you can put stuff. Okay, when you're ready, pull it good and tight. Some of my string's a little haggard, but you know, that's okay. hold on. Let me tighten it. One of my strings got stuck on a twig and it kind of came undone. Okay. Shoot, shoot. And what's great too, if you do have some imperfections like I do, you can just cover it up with stuff. Love it. Okay, so there's my loom. Not perfect, but it's my first time doing this, so I'm pretty pleased with my results. Tie a knot. Okay, voila. Let me show you guys. Here we go. Cool stuff. Lots of work. Pretty cool. So now you're going to pick up your treasures and you're going to decide which part for you is the front. I think this part looks better for me. Do some editing. Cut any string that's in the way. Some of my string got pulled, but you know, such is life. Okay, I am ready to make this beautiful. So, here's my loom. Got all my treasures. I tried to get things of different sizes and textures. I really like these little guys. Don't really know what they are. And then you just kind of make it what you want. So you've got a lot of string to work with. And the idea here is that you're weaving in and out of the different layers. So just kind of make it your own. And again, if you decided to do the horizontal and vertical version, there's this whole underlayer where you can stick your bigger things, which is what I'm gonna do. So you should be able to just slide right through. Okay. Not too pleased with this side, so I'm gonna cover this up. So you can kind of weave the stem in and out, but then leave the blooms showing. That would be pretty. And just kind of get into it. This is one of my strings that got pulled, so she's not too tight anymore. I'm just going to cover it up with a flower. And just kind of go in different directions. Be gentle, because even though the strings are tight, it's still yarn. So I think the more little treasures you have added to your loom, the more interesting of an art piece this will be. You could do one layer with leaves and then another with flowers. You can focus on color and do maybe your horizontal layer of yarn. Maybe you find things in nature that are red, and then your vertical layer you can find things that are orange. It's a little too big. I think he's got to go underneath. I think a good way to do this too is start with the stem, because that's your more firmer, oh, come on, firmer part of your flower or your leaf. tedious. Trying to get it. So you should be able to, if you did it right, you should just be able to go up, down, up, down. But again, we're learning together. Maybe even if you guys have hemp string, that might have worked better. A more thicker type of string. Let's see, we have a question. I like it. We could put lots of different treasures in there, pictures, different patch material, like quilt on pair jewelry. I love it, Regina. What a good idea. Love it. You could also just sit this in a window. I think that would be super pretty. So, delicate art. Really not pleased with this piece of string. That's where I got stuck. Let's cover it up. So just remember, pull very tight, because that's going to determine how strong your loom is. Okay. Well, let's see, these guys are too top heavy. I knew it. So I'm going to stick him in there. Stick him in there. It's a work in progress. Okie-doke. Love it. And of course, the scalp's imagination. I love it. So here's my loom. Love it. So easy, so fun. Use your imagination. Regina has great ideas. You can make this in whatever way. You don't even have to use items in nature. This was just such a great activity for the Outdoor Art Master badge. So just like I said, get creative, get into it, find some things that you would like to weave into your loom and share your pictures. We love to see them. I hope you guys have a great weekend and I hope you enjoyed this activity. Bye.